Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another podcast of AU Guys Sports Podcast, created for and made for by the average Joe. I'm yours truly, Worldwide, back with another episode. Um, right in the chat, if you can hear me well with this mic right now, before I go to my introduction, in the chat, go ahead. Let me know how the mic sounds. But anyways, why y'all doing that? Welcome to another episode of Hey You Guys a podcast created for by the average Joe. I'm yours truly, Worldwide. And we're here with episode 8 of season 2. We're 2 episodes away from the season finale of season 2. Truly blessed and honored to make it this far, almost 2 seasons through the podcast. We have a couple of things we're going to talk about on today's episode. Won't be long, but we're definitely going to try to go through all of today's topics. Today we're going to start off with previewing the FIBA World Cup. The FIBA World Cup is fastly approaching. All the teams are in training camp, getting prepared for this year's FIBA basketball competition. I'm truly excited to see this year's United States team. This is the first time in a long time. Players like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, those guys are not participating in the FIBA World Games. If you look at the FIBA World roster, the USA team is filled with up with young and up and coming stars in the game. Few guys that I want to talk about. Of course, last year's number one overall pick, not this year, but last year, Paolo Banchero from Duke. He's the youngest player on the team. It'll be him along with Mikael Bridges, Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Jared Jackson Jr., Cam Johnson, Walker Kessler, Bobby Portis, Austin Reeves, and Steve Kerr will be the head coach. So pretty excited to see how this team goes. Of course, also part of the coach staff is Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra, Clippers coach Tyronn Lue, and Mark Few, head coach of the Gonzaga Bulldogs in NCAA basketball. So that's your coaching staff for FIBA basketball. Gonna be some good competition this year. Luca will be on Team Sylvania. Of course, a shocker. I didn't know. I didn't know that Jordan Clarkson and Karl Anthony Towns, I think they're playing on the Philippines. So if we look at the table for each group for the FIBA World Championship, open it up. We look at the tables, look at the grouping they have for this year's FIBA World Cup. Pretty excited. Some NBA players that's not played on Team USA that I'm ready to see them play. I want to see how Buddy Hill's going to do on Team Bahamas. Cat and Jordan Clarkson with Team Philippines. I want to see how Evan Fourier does with Team France. I think Joel Embiid is playing with Team Cameroon. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Look at all the group. Group A will consist of Angola, the Dominican Republic, the Philippines, Italy. Then in Group B, you'll have Serbia, China, Puerto Rico. And who's this team right here? This team is. Hold on, sorry about that. This team is. Team this is. What team this is? SSD. SSD is. Oh, maybe I don't know. But anyways, that's the group. Group A. Yeah, Group B. Group C. You have the United States, Jordan, Greece, and New Zealand. Group D. You have Egypt, Mexico, Lithuania. E. You have Germany, Finland, Australia, and Japan. Group F. You have Slovenia. You got Georgia, Venezuela. Group G. You have Iran, Spain, and Brazil. Group H, you got Canada, Latvia, Lebanon, and France. And that's probably, I want to stop right there. That Canada France match is going to be a pretty good one. You may not see, you may not look at the Canada France matchup as like, okay. they ain't got a firepower. But Team Canada has some great young studs on the team, led by SGA. Then you also got Andrew Wiggins on that team. Yeah, uh, what's his name for the Knicks? RJ Barrett. He was born in France. You got a lot of young guys on that Canada that's hungry, and then France also competitive. Of course, you got Evan Foye lead the fray along uh, rebounding phenomenon Rudy Gobert. So this FIBA World Cup will be very interesting. It does kick off with Canada and France starting off. You look at the class games. The first game will be bracket. First game will be actually first game will start September 5th in the quarterfinals. Actually, no, I take that back. The quarterfinals start September 5th, and it all goes all the way to the final game, starting for the third place game on the 10th. The championship game will be on the afternoon of the 10th. So it's gonna be a lot of games we play between now and the 10th of September. I'm pretty excited to see how Team USA will fare. I don't know when the last time we won a gold medal in the FIBA World Games. Let's ask Siri. Hey Siri, when's the last time the U.S. won a FIBA World Cup gold medal? Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the history of the World Cup. The last time the FIBA World Cup had FIBA World Cup. Hold on a second. Chat. FIBA World Cup history. Champions Bite. Here we go. So the last time we had the FIBA World Cup was trophy. The last winner was Spain. Spain won the 2019 FIBA World title. They beat Argentina by 20 in Beijing. France won a third place game over Australia by 8. The last time the United States won the FIBA World Cup was 2014 when they beat Serbia by 30 in Madrid, Spain. France once again got the third place medal for the second consecutive FIBA World Cup. On that United States FIBA team, FIBA teams, FIBA World Cup, FIBA, just six. Okay, which one is it? FIBA World Cup, history. Oh, so just join the chat. Welcome to the chat. The world's greatest cool self, Jamar George. Welcome.
Woo.
Hey, I gotta ask you a question.
What
The
up?
last time the United States won the FIBA World Cup was 2014. I'm trying to find who's on our 2014 roster.
Hmm.
Because we didn't win the last one. The last one Spain won.
I don't watch. What you talking about soccer?
Basketball fool.
No, I don't watch that. I don't watch FIBA.
FIBA. It's men's.
That's what I said.
Oh. With that roster, that was wow. It was Steph, Clay, Derrick Rose, Kenneth Reed, Rudy Gay, DeMar DeRozan, Kyrie, Mason Plumlee, Boogie, James Harden, AD, and Andre Drummond. Okay. That's the last time the United States won the FIBA World Cup was 2014. So they got a tall task to hit on because Spain, they're looking to repeat. Spain looking to get their third title in the FIBA World Cup. I do want to see what Spain's FIBA roster look like. Spain's always good to see what they're doing or the Olympics. Spain's FIBA roster. Let's see roster.
Hmm. Hey, I don't know what they're at, man.
And then let's go on without them. They have let's see. Anybody in the NBA? I don't see nobody in the NBA on this roster. But
Hey, Whoop, you want to try this again Wednesday? We off Wednesday.
I'm gonna go ahead and go without y'all. Be honest. I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
All
Um,
right, no,
some
no
topics,
problem. No. Huh?
some topics I probably won't talk about because y'all not gonna be here today. I am gonna talk about some stuff. I ain't gonna be on it long, but I will talk about some stuff.
All right, no problem, cuz.
You
You
want
want
to?
to just I'll sit here and watch.
Yeah, that's fine. You can say it much.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we're gonna
I'm gonna
talk.
mute myself.
It's up to you. You can talk chime in, comment. Come on.
I can just mute myself, cuz. I'll let you run it.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
back to the podcast. Sorry about that. I was Mr. Jay Devar, aka Bucks fan USA. And speaking of that, why you here? Let's talk about the Bucks preseason so far. Let's talk about the Bucks training camp so far since you're here.
All right, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Go ahead and talk about the Bucks. Go ahead and look at some information about the Bucks. Of course, word around the trading camp so far, Bucks Nation, that the quarterback competition is slowly starting to come close between Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask. Now, I know you had a lot to say about that recently. So
Mm-hmm.
tell us your thoughts about the quarterback competition between Baker and Kyle Trask. Do you believe those rumors are false or do you believe they're true?
I mean, I'm not doubting that Kyle Trask, has shown improvement. But I remember watching, tuning into like a podcast earlier or like a couple weeks ago talking about, and it was Dave Canales and Todd Bowles basically like coming to a decision of like, if it does come down to where the quarterback competition is kind of like close, they said that most likely they're going to go with Baker Mayfield because he has more experience, and he's got 69 career starts in the NFL. So and also talking with y'all say like, hey, he got the first 4 games after that Kyle Trask year. Hey, in the same retrospect, I can say the same thing. Kyle Trask, they start Kyle Trask. I say he got 4 games too. After that, running with Baker. I mean, but in my opinion, I think the smart thing to do is to start the quarterback that has the most experience in the NFL already. Like start him off and see how he does. And honestly, I just want to say too, I thought about this today too. It's just like, the Bucks quarterback situation is like kind of like a really unique situation because it's like you got one guy who's got a chip on his shoulder trying to you know, prove it again. This possibly might be his last year in the NFL. So, he's got a chip on his shoulder. He got something to prove. And then you got Kyle Trask, who's been sitting behind Tom Brady for 2 years. You know what I mean, with the behind the Bucks as the backup quarterback. So it's kind of like a really interesting situation with our quarterback with our quarterback uh position right now. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Just I think either way you should start Baker.
Well, I want to read a comment. Dave Canales, your offensive coordinator, came on the record of this article written by Kevin Patra from the NFL writer on the NFL.com website. He said the quarterback competition between Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask absolutely tight. I'm going to read a comment from what Dave Canales had to say. After being asked Tuesday if the battle for the Bucks starting QB has tightened in recent days, offensive coordinator Dave Canales responded saying, "Oh, absolutely. It has been good. The first couple of days experience that Baker brings just in playing games, being in camp, going through installs, you can see where the offense was gelling really well." He said, via the team's official transcript. The time of the snap is really critical for us, so probably a little bit of an edge for Baker to start off in terms of the smoothness of the offense. But just a couple of days it took for Kyle to really settle in and what we saw the last 2 practices. Kyle really showed what he could do, stretching the field with his arm, get the ball out quickly and making decisions. I'm really excited about both guys and the progression they have made throughout the last couple of days. Bucks have Mayfield Trask with first team spring offenses. He also said this. I think we're seeing in a couple of guys who both have to put themselves to the starting mind frame going to practices, knowing, hey, today is my day. I get to roll with the ones, and I get a few more reps. It is pretty much even with the way go ones and twos, the way we do it. I just see 2 guys really challenging each other. The cool part it is in our room. which a lot of people don't get to see it here. It's just number one. We are here to help the Bucks win, whatever that is. We do that. The second rule is we help each other. Coach Tom Moore, myself, Thaddeus Lewis, Jordan Somerville, the assistant quarterback coaches. Now you have four coaches with three players, and we all in there talking. If there's something that benefits the team on a play, somebody sees it and says, "You see the guys help each other out." It's really just elevating the room in the competition factor. I'm gonna read one more comment before I let you pick off what Coach Canales said. Mayfield's experience coupled with Trask's lack of playing time outside of one appearance in Week 18 last year, which he completed 3 for 9 passes, led the presumption that the former number one overall pick will earn the gig going away. It is why he inked the 1 year deal with the Bucks in the first place to revive his sliding stop. The, that Trask had closed the gap can be viewed in several different ways. The young second round pick is developing his first real chance to run the offense. Mayfield hasn't done enough to end the competition outright, or is coach speak to keep the perception of the competition alive at this stage of camp. Both Canales and head coach Todd Bowles have praised Trask's improvement this offseason. So, George, after reading that comment from Coach Dave Canales, what are your thoughts on the competition? Do you think it's Baker not sealing the deal right away? Do you just coach perspective just to keep the spirits high for Kyle? Or is there really a chance he could win this job?
I would say, man, he's really just trying to keep it interesting between the guys. And also too, he can't just like outright come. He can't just like outright come and just like talk trash about like his about his players. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna be bad for team morale. So
Right.
so honestly, I just think he's doing what he should do. To talk like basically talk good about his people. That's what you do because I was in the same team. We could have said, well, it's not even close. You know what I'm saying? Baker's got the job in the bag. Kyle's been really struggling.
Right.
You don't wanna say that about your backup guy and potentially like ruin his confidence
Right.
and just completely like undermine all the progress that he's had, especially in training camp. So it's just good for team morale, man. But like I said, either way, I think they're gonna start Baker, um, regardless of like how it plays out. That's just my opinion. Now I could be wrong. They could go ahead and start Kyle if he's really panning out, but that
Well,
that just remains to be seen.
Well, like you said, George, you hit on it around the head. I think it's a confidence thing because he don't want to kill Kyle's confidence when we get a chance to go out there. You really put it in hindsight. It's supposed to be offensive coordinator's job or any kind of coach job in any sport to make sure not only the starter feels confident, but even the backup guys, especially ones that's closing in on the starter. It's good to make them feel, you know, appreciated that they're actually trying. But he also has a job to make sure he finds a starting quarterback that's going to lead the team August 21st against the Ravens, which is our first preseason game, I believe. Correct, George?
Yep. No, 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 no. Wait, the first preseason game or the first like in season game?
In season game 26 for y'all, right?
Nah, the first in season, like the first game we play is against the Vikings.
Okay, so your first preseason game will be August 26th. Okay.
Oh, our first preseason game, or first season game.
Yeah, first preseason game is August 26th, correct?
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, yeah. I thought you were talking about our first season game. My
No,
bad.
no, no. Y'all start the season against the Ravens on August 26th, which will be the saddle week one. I thought,
Okay, yeah,
I guess y'all do play week one against Baltimore. I thought y'all week open up week one against Minnesota.
yeah. We do open up against Week 1 in Minnesota
So,
against the Vikings. That's our first game.
so is August 26th your first preseason game? No, that can't be right. That can't be right. But
Yeah,
anyway,
that can't be right.
it can't be right. NFL.com got some silly stuff. But I do want to say this. If Baker does win this job, he has 1 year to prove that not only himself, but the NFL teams that he can still be a franchise QB, that he could still build around him. Because if not, unfortunately for Baker, he's going to be like another Sam Darnold, a journeyman backup that's going to go from team to team, like a Sam Darnold or Josh Rosen. I really hope for Baker's sake that he turns it around this year and really have a good showing. Because if Baker could show that he's a franchise guy, don't be surprised if the Bucks don't draft a quarterback this year and they sign Baker to a long term deal. I mean, the man's still capable of being a franchise guy. He's still not even what, 27, 28 yet.
Hmm.
He's still a young guy. He showed last year with the Rams during a small stint he can still win games. If you not, as I forget, last start as a starting quarterback in the league with the Browns, he played with a bad shoulder, still threw 3,000 yards. Now, unfortunately, the Browns set him up for failure, but he's still a capable quarterback in the NFL. This is probably the best group of receivers that he's ever had healthy. Now, don't get it wrong. He's had
Hmm.
he had Jarvis, he had Njoku. All three of those guys were always hurt. Odell was hurt a lot in Cleveland. Jarvis Landry was hurt in Cleveland. And David Njoku was hurt every other year in Cleveland when Baker was there. So Baker was throwing to people like Rashad Higgins, Donovan Peoples Jones. He was a rookie. Uh, he never had Amari Cooper. He don't have the Amari Coopers of the world when he was in not
He
saying
had Nick Chubb for a couple seasons, right?
that's what I'm saying. He had to rely on the run game a lot. And then he had and bad as offensive line was when Odell was out there on the field, he was just throwing to nobody. Literally. All you had was Jarvis Landry at times. The only person you had was healthy receiver was Jarvis Landry. And the man always played with a bad shoulder. Matter of fact, his last year in Cleveland, this man played with one arm.
Hmm.
And I'm not giving Baker excuses because Baker at times can be look real trash. But in hindsight, Baker looked really good at times too. So you gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. He's in a better system. He may not have the same type of talent running back he's had, but he's in a better system where he can do what he needs to do. He has to worry about you know, a bad offensive line because the Bucks are healthy now offensive line. Matter of fact, I do want to talk to you, George, about one of your offensive linemen that's moving back to his original position. I think it's Luke Godicki. Is that his name?
Luke Geineke.
Luke Godicki. I believe he was moving back to his original position that he was playing in college.
Yeah,
And
yeah, he's moving back.
kind of like ride the bicycle all over again, have him back in his main position he got drafted into. So it's good to have guys playing in positions that they're used to playing in so they can help the offensive line be more successful for Baker to be a
Yeah,
successful.
I heard about Tristan Wirfs talk about he needs like some
He's going through some
mental.
kind of anxiety, I think.
Yeah, he was having like a mental breakdown or whatever, talking about he's gonna suck because I think we're moving him. I forgot where we're moving him to,
I can look it up
but
right. But what
yeah, it's
else?
something. I guess it's something that he's not used to playing because he was apparently he was worried about he's gonna suck or blah blah blah, and that's been messing with his mental health. Or so I've heard. I don't know how true that is, but
Well, let's go. I'm gonna read this article from the NBC Sports website. Before I read that, I want to welcome Dale Spears to the podcast. Dale, welcome to the podcast, man.
What up, man?
Welcome to the podcast. I appreciate you coming in. So we're talking about the Bucks preseason breakdown up until their first preseason game next Friday. We're gonna read an article that they said about Tristan Wirfs from Pro Football Talk on NBCSports.com. Tristan Wirfs is moving from right tackle to left this season. He opened up about the difficulties with the move this past Friday. It seems so minuscule to play on a different side of the line, but told reporters that he's experienced anxiety with the move this spring. He felt like he was setting himself up for failure, and he went to see team sports psychologist Joe Corella to discuss his concerns. Just being able to say them helped me tremendously. Just get him out of your head. Worth said via Christy Acker of the Tampa Bay Times. I'm still trying to get better at saying what I am thinking and feeling. I feel like this sport, you have to be tough and all that stuff. So just being able to get things off your chest and let somebody in that is there to help, they know what they are doing. Worth said anxiety hasn't completely gone away, but the negative thoughts have been outweighed by the positive thoughts. It has been a lot better by just trusting myself and having confidence in my abilities. Knowing that I knowing the work that I put in will pay off. I've been coming out there every day with the best attitude that I can. Worst was a first team All Pro in 2021 and a second team All Pro last year. So the Bucks are hoping that he can handle the mental and physical aspects of the move well enough to have the same kind of success. So George, with that being said, you have Luke Goddard going back to his original position, he was in college. You have Tristan Wirfs playing a new position. Uh, what do you think that could? Do you think that's going to help the Bucks offensively next year, or do you think it's going to be a bad move by moving Tristan Wirfs?
Um, I mean, just going off of like what I heard or like going off of like what he said, I don't think moving him to a different position should like really affect his play or affect us going down the line. But if apparently he's not up to the task of like say playing the position, then I don't think we should make the move.
Right.
But honestly, I really think he'll be fine. I mean, if he's like switching sides, there'll probably be some things that he'll have to like relearn, like unlearn and relearn. But I don't see it really affecting too much of our season going forward.
Well, I hope for the best for the Bucks to move forward to this season. I really hope that Baker could really turn it around because it's where to go home for him this season. If he does not turn it around next season, it's a real possibility that he will be the next Sam Darnold, going from team to team every season, looking to just get a job. So I hope he turns it around so he can be that franchise quarterback that people at the Browns saw when he got the first overall years ago, 4 years ago.
Oh yeah, man. I got high hopes for Baker, man. I think
How feels good to you, like as a fan for Baker Mayfield, not just saying it, but as a fan, I hope Baker Mayfield turns around. He needs to turn this around. Every game, every week, he needs to seize the opportunity because Marcus Mariota had the same thing last year. If Marcus Mariota didn't turn around, he was going to be the same position he was when he was in Las Vegas last year. Look where he's at.
hmm
Did he get the job done in Atlanta? So Baker Mayfield got to look at the Marcus Mariota situation in Atlanta and say, hey, this is going to be me next year too. If I don't do the same thing, he didn't seize the opportunity in Atlanta. Look what happens now back up down in Philadelphia. So if Baker don't turn around, he can be just like Marcus Mariota from last year. He shipped around to another team as a backup, try to mold someone else into a franchise quarterback. So you gotta take up, you gotta seize the day, you gotta seize the opportunity at hand, and I hope Baker Mayfield can seize the opportunity and be that franchise quarterback that we all see coming out of Oklahoma. Next thing we're talking about, I'm glad Dale Spears is on because it's his turn to take the floor. Yesterday, the Colts signed Kenyon Drake to the running back room. So I want to talk to you, Mr. Spears, and I'm gonna get with Rick. I say everything. We're gonna let you get all your emotions out because you got a lot to say about the Jonathan Taylor issue. I'm gonna read an article from CBS Sports about the Jonathan Taylor issue with the Kenyon Drake signing. With Jonathan Taylor's situation in flux, the Colts signed veteran running back Kenyon Drake. Drake is looking forward to join the Colts this year. Who's looking at his fourth team in 4 years? Playing this game I love. I worked my behind off this offseason with no team. Drake said he got a new fire up under his belt. Taylor is the team's rushing champion just 2 seasons ago, has not been practicing with the team after Jim Irsay said he would not extend Taylor's contract. Taylor, who's in the final year of his rookie deal, is set to receive $4.3 million in base salary and $813,000 of a signing bonus for the 2023 season. His market value calls for an annual salary just over $13 million. Third round pick in 2016. Yeah, I'm skipping all that crap. Dale, what are your thoughts about this signing of Kenyon Drake? And what do you think is going to happen to Jonathan Taylor going forward this season? Is he going to pull a Le'Veon Bell and sit out? What are your thoughts? We'll give you the whole four. Go and get it all off the chest.
Yo, what's up, man?
All right. It's all on you.
All right, so first, I think, to answer that question, the Kenyon Drake, I just think that's just a move. Both that's a smart move on the Colts side. Just being they're basically saying, listen, man, Kenyon Drake, he's a quality back. He's not no Jonathan Taylor, but he's a nice quality back in my opinion. So it's like they're saying they're prepared for him to hold out. I did read somewhere that basically if he holds out this season, he'd be losing that $4 million. He'd be losing that whole salary. So I'm thinking that's why he's not holding out because he want to get paid. At the end of the day, everybody want their money. But I think that's just a move on the Colts saying, listen, if you do hold out, we got a good quality running back, or if we can't get a deal done, we got Kenyon Drake there. Now, as far as the situation that happened with the Colts with Jim Irsay, my thoughts on that are just, man, it's you say things at certain times. There's places to say stuff and there's places not to say stuff. You don't say what you said on live television, you know. That's just a big no-no. You can't do that. You're right. So it's like you could have told Jonathan Taylor that privately, or you could have told his agent, whatever the case may have been. You could have told him that privately and told us, you know, the bull crap lies that, you know, these coaches and GMs always tell the media, you know, and the media always puts it on TV because it's the right thing to do. But we all know it happens in the NFL, you know. I understand, and to be honest, I'm not really sitting on it and thinking for a little bit. You can't really even be mad at uh, what the Colts did, because at the same time, I mean, it's a business, and you know, the Colts don't want to invest in an asset, especially an asset that's coming off the injuries. Yeah, we know his second year in the league, he rushed for over 1,800 yards, but that was, you know, two years ago. He's coming off an injury. We're coming off a bad season, so I see where the Colts coming from, and I also see where Jonathan Taylor's coming from. You know, I mean, as a 24-year-old running back in his prime, you want to get paid before the season starts. You know, to show good faith from the team. You know, but at the same time, it's a business, so I see both sides. I'm not really frustrated anymore. It is what it is. Like, I understand where both sides are coming from, and the direction that the Colts are going in. It's like, all right, well, I will understand if we're going in a different direction and we want to move off of Jonathan Taylor instead of having to pay him. Excuse me. But if we do that, if we tank, if we're bad this season and we can't, you know, I can understand if they didn't bring him back just because, and if they try to move off of Jonathan Taylor, they try to move off of Quentin Nelson and get Shaquille Leonard off their books to just fully tank with a quarterback, or we may go in the direction of winning, and you know, if we win, winning cures all. So if we win, I'm pretty sure Jonathan Taylor will get paid. So I feel like either way, Jonathan Taylor is gonna get paid either from the Colts or from somebody else. You know, the Colts will just probably want to wait it out this year to see if they want to make that move.
Hey,
And as a Colt fan, it's like we got Anthony Richardson, a rookie quarterback, you know, and we all know in NFL a rookie quarterback needs a veteran running back, like a good running back like Jonathan Taylor, not just a veteran, but a good quality running back like Jonathan Taylor, you know, and a good tight end, which I think we do have in Mo Alley-Cox and Jelani Woods. So, but that's how I feel about the whole situation. You know, I mean, right now ain't nobody saying nothing, ain't no news coming out on it. So we'll see what happens.
Well, time will tell with that situation. I hope
Yeah.
don't let that man go, because you can't afford to lose a Jonathan Taylor type running back in this game. I mean, the way he runs the football and the way he's such a critical, important piece of that Colts offense. You take Jonathan Taylor out of offense, the Colts offense is going to suffer.
Yeah, and it's like, I understand, you know, how the running back market is right now. And like I said, I can see both sides of that too, right? Yeah, it's like you have whatever the market says it is, and then you have the players wanting their worth, you know, and you got the leading Russian running back, Josh Jacobs, holding out because he wants a new deal and the Raiders don't want to give it to him. So it's like, damn, I mean, sheesh. I understand.
So let me ask you this question next. I'm actually going to read an article next, because I have another question actually about the Colts. I'm reading an article from ESPN, and they're asking all the NFL teams questions about going into the preseason. The first question they asked about the Colts is rookie quarterback AR ready to start? And I'm going to read you a snippet from ESPN writer Stephen Holden. The Colts used the number 4 overall pick to address the position that's been a sore spot for years. Former Florida star Anthony Richardson represented a chance for the Colts to finally turn the page for the post-Angela era, in which quarterback instability became their identity. But the question is whether Richardson is ready to assume the role of starting quarterback. Richardson's biggest knock coming out of college was inexperience, and the Colts felt like the true development won't happen until he's actually under center. But the presence of Gardner Minshew gives them at least an option if Richardson doesn't prove ready in training camp in the preseason. Watching it all play out should be fascinating. Spears, my question to you is this: if you're Shane Steichen, would you start AR5 week 1 against the Jaguars?
That's a tough question because I can give you a reason why I would, and I can give you reasons why I wouldn't. But I'm just gonna say yes, and I'm gonna explain why. Right? So it's like I feel like Jim Irsay and Chris Ballard. They're. Hey, can you hear me?
You're a little staticky, but I can hear you.
All right, hold on. Can you hear me now?
Good.
All right, but I'm just gonna say yeah, just because of the fact that like I said, Chris Ballard and Jim Irsay, I agree with him. You got to get him reps. I mean, he has the arm talent. You know, there are things that need to be worked on for him as a quarterback, and you can do that. And I feel like the Colts have the right person to do it in Shane Steichen. I mean, if you look at his track record, he has done it with Philip Rivers, Justin Herbert, and recently Jalen Hurts. So, you know, he's a proven, you know, quarterback guru or quarterback whisperer, whatever you want to call it. He's a proven guy. So, I mean, why not put him out there, knowing that you have Gardner Minshew as a quality backup, you know?
All
But
right.
I would start him.
So you would start him, yes. Okay. Our next question goes to George. George, you still there?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So the question the ESPN analyst asks you is: with Tom Brady gone, can Baker Mayfield nab the Bucs starting job? I'm reading an article from ESPN writer Jenna Lane. The Bucs are Mayfield's 4th team after the Browns traded him the last offseason to the Carolina Panthers. Mayfield was released by the Panthers before going to the Rams, cutting off waivers for the final 5 games of the season. Still, Mayfield hasn't lost his fire, looks healthy and all, but by all accounts, is earning favor in the Bucs locker room, seeking vocal leadership after his retirement in February. If Mayfield wins the QB battle, can he ride the ship? George, what do you think about the article?
All right, what was the question again?
So the question is, last sentence: if Mayfield wins the QB battle, can Baker Mayfield right the ship to Tampa Bay?
Oh, can he ride the ship for Tampa Bay?
Yes.
I mean, in my opinion, yes. Because I mean, I think we can. I think we can run our division, no problem.
What?
Also, too, you know, Baker is not a bad like. I think Baker does have the capability, especially like with the offensive pieces that we have.
He won't be starting by week 15, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
You said what?
I said I said this. He ain't gonna be starting by week 12.
And that man
He ain't
Dale
gonna be the starter.
said, what? He said
And,
we can win the division easily. He said, what?
no, I'm saying I think we can run our division.
Hey, he said, what?
I ain't say it was gonna be easy. I said I think we can run.
No, yeah, what that man said to me, he said, we can run it pretty easily. Did he say that?
Yeah, he said that.
I mean, I don't remember saying that, but
He did say that.
You didn't say
but I think we can run our division. I think we can run our division. I ain't saying it's gonna be easy, but I think we can win our division. So like,
you
it's
say
like, bro, like everybody else's team is like pretty much like not the same from what it was, before. So it's like
Carolina did improve.
you said what?
Carolina did improve.
I ain't saying they didn't, but I mean, What receivers they got?
They got quality receivers. They definitely better than what it was last year. Wide receiver outside DJ Moore. You got quality pass catchers. Are they elite? No. Are they going to actually get some catches? Yes. That's all that matters. You don't need a Julio Jones or a Tyreek Hill to be successful. We see teams who do it with less talented wide receiver. So I mean, as long as you got a capable quarterback, it's possible. Bryce Young is a future star in this league. If he can stay healthy and learn the system and make Carolina competitive, I mean, the rest of the offense speaks for itself. You got a former 1,000 rusher, Miles Sanders.
Hey, look, I fully understand all that, especially about Bryce Young. Like, I ain't saying that he won't pan out in the league. I'm just saying, like, it's his first year. He got to get through it. Ain't really no guarantee that he's going to be, like, really shine or, like, really, like, sprout this year starting out. So that's still to be seen.
Well, I mean, in recent history, the rookie quarterbacks have, I'm not saying it's going to happen with this class, but if you look at Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen's class, the three of them, man, all three of them boys think they made the playoffs. What, their second year in the league? All three of them made it. They all won. So I'm not saying it's going to happen this year, but all the if AR, Stroud, and Young all stay healthy, those guys will be future studs in this league. So I mean, this year, according to y'all, I'm not saying according to y'all, but you look on paper outside, you look at the quarterback room, y'all team is still there. The question is, can y'all gel under now a new leader at quarterback? That's the major question for y'all. For the Falcons, who's they starter? I mean, you can't rely on Desmond Ridder. He's like another Marcus Mariota.
Okay, Derek, so
I don't.
I want to see what.
I'm a hope.
I actually want to. I want to see what he does this season. Actually, I mean, he ain't gonna have no good talent around him, but I still want to see what he does.
If he throws the ball to Kyle Pitts is a game changer. Look what it is.
Yeah, I forgot about Kyle Pitts.
I mean, and Drake London is a suitable wide receiver.
I forgot about Drake London too.
They got some,
so we'll see what they do.
They got some young pieces that could turn studs in the game. Tyler Allgeier, you got Bijan Robinson at running back. You upgrade the defense. You added Jesse Bates. You got Jeff Okudah. Jeff Okudah got hurt in practice the other day.
Yeah, they said hopefully they'll say he probably can be back in the beginning of the season. So probably week 2, week 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not significant.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not serious.
But the Falcons, in my opinion, outside of the Panthers, have made the most moves in their division. Yes, the Saints would have got Derek Carr. Yeah, they got Jamal Williams. But they lose Alvin Kamara for the first 3 games. So Jamal Williams got to show us he's still that same running back he was with the Lions last year. Because he's going to get a lot of
I was going to say, too, like, Atlanta's been improving their team for how long, too? And, like, how much do they really have to show for it?
Oh, hold on. Atlanta didn't prove it all the previous offseason. I think they took a step back the previous offseason because Marcus Mariota wasn't the guy from the jump. Kyle Pitts took a step back because he wasn't even touching the football with Marcus Mariota. Now he has a competent 2 quarterbacks now, so he'll get the football touches. If it doesn't really gonna be there, so Taylor Heinicke has been capable enough to be a solid starting quarterback. Is he a franchise guy? He has not shown that, but he will win you games, and that's what Baker Mayfield has done. Baker Mayfield improved he's a franchise guy yet, but Baker has won games, and that's why Baker Mayfield is
I mean, Baker got the Browns to the playoffs.
If you're helping my statement, he's won games to get you in the playoff contention. Is he a franchise guy? We have not seen that. Now, granted, the Browns are at fault too for hindering his success, especially with the depleted offensive line, still making him play while he's hurt, this, that, and the fourth, injury-prone wide receivers. We get that. But Baker Mayfield has won games in his career. That's why he's still a capable starting quarterback in this NFL game. The reason why Sam Darnold's not a starter no more in this league because he wasn't winning games. Sam Darnold wasn't a winner. Josh Rosen wasn't a winner. Who was the former starter that's a backup? Richard Trubisky. He's not a winner. So if you're at least winning games but still not a franchise capable QB, you're going to get a job somewhere as a starting QB in the NFL. Now you can correct me if I'm wrong. You see the Baker Mayfield. You see the Marcus Mariota got a job last year because he won with the offense the coach he had last year.
Yeah, I'm surprised he plays for, I think he played for the Falcons or somebody or Packers.
Eagles.
Or Eagles, Eagles.
Yeah, because his old offensive coordinator was on the Falcons last year. And that's one of the reasons he got a job last year with the Falcons. If it wasn't Arthur Smith being his OC last year, he would have got a job. If it wasn't Arthur Smith being his OC last year, he would have got a job. If it wasn't Arthur Smith being his OC last year, he would have got a job. If it wasn't Arthur Smith being his OC last year, he would have got a job. If it wasn't Arthur Smith being his OC last year, he would have got a job. If it wasn't Arthur Smith being his OC last year, he would have got a job. If it wasn't Arthur Smith being his OC last year, he would have got a job. If it wasn't Arthur Smith being his OC last year, he would have got a job. If it wasn't Arthur Smith being his OC last year, he would have got a job. If it wasn't Arthur Smith being his OC last year, he would have got a job. If it wasn't Arthur Smith being his OC last year, he would have he would never got the job with the Falcons. A lot of people don't know that. Arthur Smith is, I think, it's the offensive coordinator or the head coach of the Falcons. I don't know which one it is. Joe might know.
He's the head coach.
He's the head coach now. Was the first relationship with him in Tennessee when he was winning? He was would never been a starter last year. It'd have been desperate to jump. So it's about building rapport and winning games. He may not be a franchise quarterback no more, but he was winning games enough to keep a job. Winning games for him to get a chance at a starting job again. You're never going to see that again from Sam Darnold unless he just hit the Falcon youth all over again. You're never going to see that again from Mitchell Trubisky again because they're not.
Like they reached from Mitchell Trubisky. They missed Deshaun, Mahomes.
Trubisky had one good year, and the year they made it, they blamed it on Cody Parker, the double doink.
For real.
Marcus Mariota, last time he was relevant, he lost his job to Ryan Tannehill. That was tough. I mean, I'm not dogging Ryan Tannehill. I mean, you make your money, bro. But you're not a good starting quarterback. Dale, we've been talking about this for the last couple of seasons. You're overpaid backup, bro. That hand the ball to Derrick Henry. I mean, Josh Dobbs could have done that.
He don't turn it over like.
Yeah, he's a good game manager. He's
a great game manager.
He's another Alex Smith, but with a better arm. That's it. I mean, this is your last contract, buddy, before you become a clipboard holder the rest of your day.
Yeah, he's going to be a Carson Wentz soon.
Yeah, he's buys. And listen, you made your money. You made it to AFC Championship game. You done some things that a lot of starters in this game now haven't done.
Yeah, exactly. You made your money. Chill.
He was one win away from a Super Bowl. Deshaun hasn't done that yet.
Nope.
Carson Wentz has done that. Okay. Trubisky hasn't done that yet. Mariota hasn't done that yet. Mariota's on the team, but he teamed up. He participated. So what I'm saying is, if you can still win games and still be relevant and still not be a franchise guy, but if you're a franchise guy and you're not winning, then you have to held that to a different kind of standard. Because what am I paying you for? You're a franchise guy. You're not winning no games. I get a Sam Darnold to go ahead and do the same thing he's doing. Well, what production you doing with less money? So, I mean, I'm rooting for Baker Mayfield. God knows I loved him in college. I loved his first couple years in the league. He was the best quarterback the Browns had since Derek Anderson. And that's the last quarterback that led him to 10 wins in the season.
Right.
So, I'm rooting for Baker. Baker has the intention to be a great quarterback. But he has some flaws he needs to work at. He has some bad luck that he's been a part of. So this is his last chance.
This is his last chance.
I mean, he has the blueprint for it. He has 2 all-pro wide receivers. He has a defense that's still capable of getting him stops. The question is, can he put the points on the board? I mean, if the offensive line plays well enough for him to get the football off, or y'all have a system where you get the ball off fast and you have to worry about dropping back and hold the football all day, then let it be known. Let it be happy. If he has all that, I won't be surprised the Bucs sign to a multi-year deal after this year. I said that before Dale got on. If he could,
you're right. I can see that if they go out there and win 8, 9, 10 games,
he could get a multi-year deal with the Bucs. No problem.
Yeah, he'll be their bridge guy until they find him.
You know who remind me of though? A Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater was a former franchise guy. Now, the paths were different. Baker never had a season injured out for 2 years straight. Teddy was out for 2 years, but came back, was a bridge guy for the Broncos before they got Russell Wilson, was a bridge guy in Miami before they got Tua healthy. And where is he at now? Is he still in Carolina?
I don't know.
But he's a bridge guy in Carolina before they got Bryce Young. So everywhere Teddy Bridgewater went, they got a blessing.
Bridge. Yeah.
They got a blessing out of it. The Broncos got Russell Wilson. The Vikings got Kirk Cousins. The Dolphins got Tua. The
right.
Bryce Young. So all 4 of those teams benefited off of Teddy Bridgewater being there. Okay, Teddy Bridgewater got his money. He was a good quarterback. He was not trash. Unfortunately, that injury knocked all of his prime out. Now he's just a journeyman quarterback, a bridge guy. You can't say that for other quarterbacks in the league because Teddy Bridgewater can still start and still get you some wins. You can't say that about Sam Darnold and the rest of those guys. Those guys are clipboard holders unless somebody gets hurt. Those guys are clipboard holders. Him, Josh Rosen is probably out of the league now at this point. I mean,
Yeah, he done so.
he's probably
After his rookie season, bro. After that rookie season, it was it.
after that Dolphins stick, man. Oh Jesus, he's probably the biggest bust that I seen a quarterback in a long time.
Long time.
I mean,
Top 10 pick to out his second year in the league.
At least Jamarcus Russell made it 3-4.
Yeah, he got traded his second year. Like, God damn.
That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough. And we're gonna continue this in another on next episode because this is a lot to talk about because the preseason around the corner and guys like Baker Mayfield, they're on their last straw. You know, Baker Mayfield his last straw. Who are the quarterbacks in the league that's still, you know, on their last straw? Taylor Heineke, Desmond Ritter. I hate seeing
Justin Fields.
I don't know about Justin Fields. I don't think he's on the last strike yet. But
I mean, not his last strike, but he's got to prove it.
This is proving ground for him now. He has the offense now. You got a number one now, DJ Moore. You still got Claypool. You still got Equanimous St. Brown. 3 solid pass catchers. They have Khalil Herbert, who's a great running back for y'all last year. If the offensive line could produce and hold up for you, then the Bears could win 10, 12 games. But the offensive line, the defense is actually still a good defense. Let's not forget, good defense, but they was hurt last year. But if Justin Fields is still running out there like Michael Vick was in 2010, and he can't get no pass off, expect the Bears to struggle again. Say this now. If the Bears don't protect Justin Fields, he's as far. You can say this for Justin Fields. You can say this for Baker Mayfield. Those two guys, their team success depends on those two guys' quarterback play. If Justin Fields have a good year passing the football, the Bears are going to suck. If the Bucks don't have a good year,
right.
They're going to suck. So, I mean, Kenny Pickett, he could go as far as the Steelers could go at quarterback. We know how good a defense is. We know how good TJ Watt is. But Kenny Pickett regressed from last year. If it any worse than last year, the Steelers are going to be trash. I'm sorry, DJ. I hate to say this. But if the Steelers don't have a good year, I'm talking about a good year. 3,000 plus yards for Kenny Pickett. Limit turnover like he did towards the end of last year. 20 plus touchdowns. And the Steelers are still contending with that defense. They're going to be a top team in the AFC. But if Kenny Pickett, he's average. Y'all not going nowhere. But 8-9 wins like I did last year. He was average last year as a rookie. He needs to be above average this year. Because Dale said it in the last year. We might have seen the ceiling of Kenny Pickett. We don't know yet. We don't know. So if Kenny Pickett don't be above average this year, or Baker Mayfield be above average, Justin Fields be above average, watch those 3 teams struggle. But it's a quarterback's league, guys, and the quarterback has to be set for greatness. If AR5 ain't set up for greatness, the Colts are going to struggle. If Trevor Lawrence ain't set for greatness, the Jags are going to struggle. It doesn't matter what team you is. If Patrick Mahomes ain't set for greatness, they're going to struggle. If Travis Kelce went down, the whole team struggles. I'm sorry. Travis Kelce is Patrick Mahomes' favorite target. Has been for years. Even when Tyreek was there, Travis Kelce was his safety. You take Travis Kelce out, who's going to step up and be the number one target now? You can't say. So I wish the best for Baker Mayfield. I wish the best for AR5. I still believe AR5 can win Rookie of the Year. I'm still stuck with that. Dale, I'm probably the only person in America that's besides the Colts fans that I do believe that AR5 has a chance to win a Rookie of the Year. Right. Puts it all together, give me 2,500 yards all purpose. That's possible. 2,000 passing, 500 rushing. That's doable. Your team's in contention to make a playoff spot. That's doable.
Yeah, you're right.
That's doable. I'm not taking 4,000 yards here, 3,000 yards there. Give me 2,000 yards through the air, 500 on the ground. That's doable. That's not asking for much, Dale. Asking for much. Baker Mayfield, give me 25 to 3,000. Limit turnover, 20 touchdowns. That's doable. But doing it and saying it, doing it, two different things. I could say Baker Mayfield give me 3,000 yards, he'll give me 17. That's not getting the job. That's average.
All right.
That's below average. So I hope Baker Mayfield wins his job and becomes a franchise guy like he should be. But if not, it's all on him. The Bucks set him up for greatness. It's all on him. The Colts, you have time with Anthony Richardson. You have time with him.
Yeah, you got time.
Baker Mayfield, you don't. Time's up. 2023 is his last year as a starting quarterback. If he doesn't. But we're gonna go in. We're gonna next probably Tuesday or Wednesday with another video, episode 9. We still gotta go over the college football fall camps kicking in. Florida State's making huge moves in recruiting game going into the next year. I mean, those guys are top 5 teams. They was number 12 about a month and a half ago. So kudos to Florida State. We're gonna talk about fall camps and questions that all teams around the country will be asking. We're gonna have these two guys here again, hopefully on Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday or Wednesday.
I don't know, man.
Well, if not, we'll be back here next Sunday once again, early at 4:00 this time. So 6:00 today, I had business. But I appreciate you, Dale and George, coming in once again. Like always, I appreciate you guys. I have links down in the below for a free 30-day trial for Amazon Prime for first-time users, and also a free 30-day free trial for Amazon Prime Video first-time users. I appreciate your Amazon affiliates for helping sponsor this video. I want to thank StreamYards once again powering this stream. Once again, I want to thank George and Spears coming in, taking a few minutes out of their day to talk on the podcast today. I appreciate y'all guys again. Until next time, this is Root Worldwide signing out. Like, subscribe if you're new. Yeah, see you next podcast, guys.
All right.